When anyone asks you to check your credit, you would go like,
I do not want anyone to check my credit because that will affect my credit score.
right? And you're not wrong, but you can be wrong too. So, what is the truth? You see, not all credit inquiries are made equal. Understanding the difference that credit inquiries can make on your credit can save you from a ridiculous amount of stress and help you make the best borrowing decision for you. Let's dive in. First, what is a credit inquiry? You see, every time someone pulls your credit, it's recorded as a credit inquiry, a credit pull. And that is recorded. Think of it as breadcrumbs for your credit profile. So, credit inquiries or inquiries, I know I have an accent, guys, okay? They show who accessed your credit and when. So, it's like a track record on your credit profile on who accessed it. Very simple. First, number one, soft inquiries or soft inquiries. So that happens when someone pulls your credit, a soft pull. So soft pulls are totally harmless. So this happens when, let's say, a credit card company sends you an offer. This is a soft pull. Or when an existing lender checks your credit, or even when you check your credit. So the good part is that soft pulls do not affect your credit. You're the only one who can see it. Like lenders cannot see it. And soft pulls are not even considered when you're applying with a new lender. So that's good, okay? Second, number two, hard inquiries or inquiries. So those are called hard pulls. So this happens when you accept a new credit, right? As an example, let's say you apply for a personal loan. So they will do a soft pull on your credit. And then when they see the result of that soft pull, they will give you a pre-approval letter, right? However, if you want to move forward with that funding per that pre-approval letter, they will do a hard pull. The hard pull is when you get the final approval letter. As an example, for a mortgage, this is when you can go to a to buy a house with a final approval letter, right? This is when they do the hard pull. Now that can impact your credit score in a negative manner. But here's what people do not understand. A hard pull does not automatically impact your credit score. Let me explain. You see, a hard pull depends on the type of financial product that you're looking for. That's one. Second, the timing of when this pull happens. And third, very important, it depends on the credit system that they are using. Meaning there's vintage, there's FICO, and there are different FICO systems that different lenders check upon. Okay, so this is very important. Example, and this is where it gets interesting. Let's say that you're going car shopping, all right? You need a new car. Now, you see, back in the like 70s and early 80s, when you went to a dealership and then I mean, different offers on financing, what happened is that by the time you leave this dealership, your credit would be ruined, impacted by many impacts. So there was a law passed in the, I believe, don't take my word on that, in the late 80s. I will check and I will put a link for you down below. That, you know what, within a specific amount of time, no matter how many car financing offers that you had, it would count as one. Now, as an example, based on the credit system, meaning that Vintage or FICO, as an example, Vintage within a 15-day time frame, no matter how many car loans that you applied for, they would count as one. Just for your credit report not to go to the shitters, basically. So, yeah. So for 15 days, you could apply for how many car loans and it will count as one and not impact your credit. However, if you go on day 16 and apply for a car loan again, that would count as a additional inquiry. So that is important. And do not take my word for it. Let's go directly to the Experian webpage. For those who do not know, Experian is one of the biggest credit bureaus in the USA. So if you go to Experian.com and you go in their frequently asked questions, FAQ, you'll find this. Do multiple inquiries count as one? And if you scroll down, you'll see Vintage Score counts multiple hard inquiries from a 14-day period as one inquiry. Again, as one over a 14-day period. This is why 2 weeks you need to apply for all your loans and get funded. But that was for Vintage system, meaning that when you check like Credit Karma and all those online credit systems, which are great, you know. However, as an example, different lenders use different credit systems. Okay. For instance, for personal loans, they use FICO 8. And for mortgage lenders, we use like FICO 2. So they bring different information and they use that information differently. You know, some of them would take all those credit inquiries for 30 days, not 15 advantage. It all depends on what you're looking for and what your lender is looking into. You see, that is called rate shopping. So basically, lenders and credit bureaus, they term this rate shopping. This is why all inquiries, okay, they count for one within a specific amount of time. So, for instance, things like auto loans, like we just discussed, okay, student loans or mortgage loans. Those, again, it's one inquiry for that amount of time. However, there are exceptions. The exceptions. So, for some products, let's say credit cards, those inquiries, they count one as each. So, if you decide to get 2 or 3 different credit cards at the same time, it's all good. But they each count as an inquiry. The bright side is that, hey, you get some good credit cards, and if you can pay well within an amount of time, yes, your credit score will take a hit at first, but very fast, your credit will explode. So it all depends on how you manage those new cards. The quiet part about inquiries. You see, there's a quiet part that they do not say out loud. What happens even if, let's say, you had many inquiries, whatever, within the past few months, and your credit is still great and all those things? Lenders, because there's a person physically checking your credit and doing a review, they do not like seeing that. So let's say if you had, let's say, 6 inquiries within the past few months, lenders do not like that. So they will tell you, like, I know many lenders, they will say that, oh, you had 6 inquiries this year. Others, they go at 4. So we prefer to wait because you've been shopping around too much. So, there's a psychological effect from a person seeing that, whether it affects your credit or not. that naturally happens, okay? The bottom line, understanding how inquiries affect your credit makes you make better decisions. So the next time you're comparing auto loans or mortgages, it's okay. Don't panic about that. However, understand that, there are different products like, credit cards, etc., which we do a lot, that might impact your credit. Understand, okay? If you need a personal loan or a real estate loan or a business loan, I put a link for you down below. And that will take you a few minutes and we'll get back to you shortly after. And also, if you like this type of content, please subscribe and like our videos so you can help other people to get funding easily and fast. And if you like that video, you will love this one.